Our main working hypothesis, therefore, is that Nicola has sadly fallen into the river, that there is no third party or criminal involvement, and that this is not suspicious, but a tragic case of a missing person. I do have an update on the clothing that Nicola was last seen wearing. They are an ankle-length black quilted gilet jacket, a black Engelbert Strauss waist-length coat, which was worn underneath the gilet, tight-fitting black jeans.
Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Mind Juice. Wow, I hope you're thirsty. I have a lot of new insight to share with you today. This is just the first piece of 2 I'm dropping today. The next one, the larger one, more in-depth analysis, is set to release exactly 1 hour after this one itself. So first, Paul Ansell, you might want to take a seat there, buddy. You are the man in black, and I'm about to show the world your attempt to conceal such. Now, everybody, really listen to what I am saying here, okay? You'll see it too. I'm about to prove, beyond all doubt, this is true. Paul Ansell was the man in black. Now, first, how did I come to this aha moment of realization? How can I possibly assert such? Hear me out. I have been working on my latest piece, again, set to release right on the heels of this one. It's called Piecing It Together, which is over 2 hours long, very in-depth analysis discussing Nicola's bruising on her neck, using a Facebook photo that has since been released and attempted to be lost, right? Dissecting Paul's words further, showing further discrepancies, and bringing out some first-day interviews that they have tried to erase and make everyone forget about, to show even more revealing insight into how Lancashire Constabulary messed this one up. Mark my words, I'm cracking this baby open. I'll have a small comment on BlackPool Becky at the end here as well. Let me explain first why there's 2 pieces, okay? Last evening, as I was in the final stages of production of that episode, piecing it together, in the final stages, in fact, the last 10 minutes or so, it hit me. I realized, had this moment of clarity, what I'm about to show you here now is way too profound for me to hope that all of you just hold in there and watch until that point in the episode, piecing it together, as I don't hit on it until the very end. So profound, I decided that it was so significant, so important, that I had to make a smaller focus piece, release it first, to 100% ensure it does not get lost in the length and depth of the other one. Now, I need you to stay with me as I explain the different aspects, so I can then turn around and show you how together they confirm Paul is the man in black. Let's rock. In the beginning, the piece I showed, you heard Superintendent Riley state in the opening, Nicola was last observed known to be wearing an ankle-length quilted gilet jacket, black Engelbert Strauss waist-length coat, worn underneath the gilet, tight-fitting black jeans. Now, we have all seen the CCTV footage, which I know has been analyzed by a lot of us in depth, right? Now, as I was sitting there last evening, I remember myself and everyone commenting way back when, why does Nicola's jacket look different? You know, it's not blue. Why does it look blue? It's black, etc., right? I have photos from friends showing this jacket of Nicola's. Hell, you even heard Riley, again, suggest it in the beginning. So, we can agree in real life, not Paul's CCTV, it is black. There's no dispute. So, then why on the CCTV is it blue? I think we were all too fixated on Nicola in the CCTV video, and that was the entire design behind dropping it, right? In my opinion, Paul released it because of all the Emma in the ring, right? So he drops this, nope, see, it's Nicola. What he didn't realize is it also shows him that morning, okay? Look at Paul. He ironically and coincidentally appears to be wearing the exact same hue of blue and hoodie pants as Nicola's jacket, right? Look, you can even agree that his clothing merely matches Nicola's in the CCTV. insofar as coloring, that is. Side note, it is not news that Paul and his friend manipulated the CCTV footage. Nicola's nose, like I said, has been shaved off. That's proven through software. It's not just my opinion, okay? I believe there's also a fudged timeline and date stamp. I believe that, in fact, the CCTV at the house was looped from 9 to 10 a.m., and I'll get there, okay? But the part that was being missed when everybody's looking at the CCTV, they're fixated on Nicola. Paul manipulated the coloring in the CCTV, not to cover or hide anything with Nikki, but to ensure that his outfit did not appear black. Remember, this was said to be the last known footage of Nicola that morning. We have Paul, Nicola. Again, look, we know Nicola's coat is in fact black, although it appears blue. Hence, you can deduce the same with Paul. That's not dark navy blue. It's black. He manipulated this CCTV to cover himself, the black. And that's not even all. Just wait, let me prove it. His logic, psychology behind everything. Let me take this one step further. The gym clothes. How this all ties together. Let me prove it to you.
Going on, but I still expected that I'd just get there and just, oh, there she is, you know. So, I go to the gym on a Friday lunchtime. So, I quickly got my gym stuff on, because I just thought, basically, I'm going to go out, find her, come home, do a bit of work. Carry on. Yeah, lunchtime, go to the gym.
Remember, Paul is witnessed in the CCTV wearing a hoodie and dark pants, which is known to be Nicola's last video footage, that we know of. But it also marks his last video presence as well, in regards to the morning. Paul has concocted this gym clothes idea as a way to explain away and rationalize why when he left his house just a few hours later after being with Nicola, why he was wearing something different. Okay? If you think about it, you see Paul in the CCTV, a few hours go by, he receives a call from the receptionist from the school. Now, this is around 10:30. He's leaving to go down to the bench to look for her. Why wouldn't he be wearing the same thing? It's a chilly day, right? January, late January. Why wouldn't he be wearing the same thing going to look into this bit of a weird one, as he states? But he's not wearing the same thing. He's wearing gym clothes. Now, if you just listen to him closely there, he tries to explain that he was expecting to find her. But given that it was a Friday, gym day, he configured he would go ahead and change into his gym clothes first, even though he thinks he's going to go find her, right? Stop right there. You would then follow that, okay, he changed into them for he is going to look for her, find her, then head to the gym, right? Hence why he changed before he left. That would make the most sense. But here, Paul says he was going to look to find her, come back, do a bit of work, then go to the gym around lunchtime. Wait. Why would you not prioritize the concern of your partner above all else? Go find her. And while you're back at the house doing a bit of work before going to the gym, as you just stated, Paul, you could and would then most likely change into your gym clothes. See, this is where he slips up. He has to explain why he is wearing something different, the different clothing, right? When he's seen down by the bench, he's not wearing what he was seen in the last image with Nicola in the CCTV, right? Common sense, you'd think he gets a call, you know, he's in the same hoodie and pants, but he's not. He uses the gym idea to explain this away, right? But it doesn't make sense. He had to change clothes because he was the man in black. Likely had evidence, Nicola's trace evidence, etc. You get it. From grabbing her, doing whatever he did with her at that point. That's why he had to change into different clothes. The whole gym part of it is simply part of his faulty narrative, okay? You go look for her. If you don't find her, sorry to say there is no gym day, right? If he looks for her and you can't find her, the gym's not even going to happen, right? If you do find her, like you said, come back, do a bit of work, then go to the gym around lunchtime. Rationally speaking, if his account, what he's trying to say is true, His whole gym clothes bit, if you think about it in his cognitive functioning, he wouldn't decide to do it this way. Now, if you're sitting there saying that doesn't make sense, mind you, the CCTV would have seen him leave the house between 9 and 10 a.m. Return, they would have been able to see that. No. Remember, we can agree the CCTV has been manipulated for absolute fact now. Number one, with Nicola's nose, it's a software that has determined it has been manipulated. And now, the coloration of Nicola's jacket was in real life black. You even heard the superintendent Riley say it herself. So this, by deduction, Paul's outfit that morning was black, the hoodie, right? That's two set in stone examples of the CCTV, why you don't trust it, to ensure that he never left the house. I'm not going to elaborate on that aspect here, further. Please check into my upcoming piecing it together. I go into this quite in depth. Becky's signature, the Truman manipulation of the cameras, and it's not just at the house, everybody. Remember, it's the same MO. The CCTV at the Caravan Park, Rolling Water, and the school were also cut, okay? But remember, it picked up the lady in the red at the end of Allotment Lane and the yellow lady with the prom going down the towpath. Both are places of which Nicola would have walked and been. It's not a coincidence that those cameras cut out in the same time window where Nicola was, and also when the man in black was cited to be there by Fife, okay? But somehow it didn't catch her and or the man in black. Nothing to see here. No evidence of foul play. That 10-minute CCTV cut window was on purpose, intentional. Like I said, it's the same MO that was used at Paul's house. They looped the hour over, so you can't see it. The 9 to 10 a.m. window to make it look as though he never left. The only reference Paul makes to after Nicola, girls, and Willow leave is him heading upstairs to work around 10 a.m. I believe the only thing that can prove Paul was at the house is this. The 10 a.m. computer activity, and sure, his phone. If he's smart, he would have left it there at the house as well, right? Where was he before 10 a.m.? He wants you to believe at the house, and the CCTV has manipulated and looped to make you think that he never left. But he has manipulated and looped that footage to make it appear as though he never left. Much like Truman, I discuss again in detail in the other episode, Paul is the man in black. He likely left his phone at the house, looped it. You don't see him coming and going, appearing as though he never left. He simply helped Nicola and the CCTV, the girls, they left, and then went upstairs to work at 10 a.m. We know, however, that whatever happened to Nicola happened between 9 and 9:30 a.m., right? Where were you, Paul, between 9 and 10? Why did you change into your gym clothes? He, Paul, changed into his gym clothes because he was the strange man in black. Paul tried to explain away this change in appearance as him merely projecting he was going to check into it. Nicola, most likely find her. Then he was going to go to the gym. It was a Friday. But he slipped. Come back, work for a while. If I found her, then I'm going to go to the gym. Really think about that. His justification for changing clothes was because it was a Friday. I work out at noon. Even though I expect to find my partner, likely coming back and working for a while, then I'll go to the gym. This will make sense as to why I appear different, why I'm not wearing the same thing, why I changed. The gym, bro. Logic fell apart. Good try, Becky, or maybe that was your idea. Further, another thing I want to hit on, in my opinion, the one reason the CCTV video was ever dropped was because of the heat I turned up on the Emma and the ring emphasis, right? He used it to shift emphasis, Paul this is, by dropping the CCTV off of Emma, away from Emma. He attempted to show look, it's Nicola, see, right? To kind of kill the vibe off of the momentum that the Emma and the ring thing was getting, right? And I felt the backlash, okay? But at the same time, he also gave me a version of himself that morning. Little did he know at the inquest the strange man in black being spotted would come out. So, even if how I interpreted Emma's involvement with this case, I'm not backstepping, it's still interesting why there's a ring, why she's in those photos and it's not Nicola, and they were released only by the police. But as far as exactly what her involvement was and what her alignment is off in some regard. I do discuss this in my next episode. At the end of the day, without me really hyper-focusing on her and coming out with that Dear Nicola, right, and really hitting on that, my opinion, the CCTV would have never been released. Remember, it came out the same day I did my Emma Focus piece. Without that CCTV never being released, I do not get here. We do not get here. Nicola's truth does not begin to see the light. Pegging Paul as the men in black. Yes, I know, as I have learned, Snowden will never do anything, nor will the others. Their pride in their own authority. No one questions our investigations, us amateurs out here. Well, my response to that is, I want you to see, if nothing's done, I want you to see and know, Paul, you are not as clever as you think. Becky, that includes you too. This is true Sherlock shit. Both a real piece of work. Becky, another tidbit I have begun to catch on to is BlackPool. What it means, its significance, I'm still working on it, and that's for another day. But remember, the Ansell Rothwell brothers being arrested in 2018 by SIO Becky Smith? That was in BlackPool. Apparently, she used to work for the BlackPool police. Remember Rothwell finding, or at least being involved in finding Michael Brooks on the 23rd day? Everybody. That was in BlackPool, 2018. Derek Clayton. Remember Nicola was looking into him, the old engineer who went missing, who they're still searching for? Remember the BlackPool police on Facebook were exchanging with Nicola and helping her out, then all of a sudden it went silent? That was in BlackPool. Apparently, Becky has previously worked there, associated with the BlackPool police. Look. Now, someone tell me how. Nicola, Derek Clayton searching, her exchanges with BlackPool, Jason Rothwell being involved with Michael Brooks there being found on the 23rd day. In 2018, BlackPool, the Rothwell and Ansell brothers are busted in this huge drug bust by SIO Becky Smith, BlackPool, all coincidentally end up in 2022, 2023 in St. Michael's within the Lancashire constabulary. In a narrative revolving around a missing person, Michael Brooks in the river found 23rd day, Nicola Bulley missing, found in the river 23rd day. Both of those cases, the police didn't find anything the first 2 weeks. Nicola associating with Derek Clayton, her exchanges with the BlackPool police. Becky, Black Widow, BlackPool. Jason Rothwell, you have some explaining to do. There is no way in God's green earth these are all happenstance. Remember, Peter Lawson himself said he began to layer in the appropriate expertise, electing an SIO with the sufficient investigative infrastructure. Huh. Becky, a lot seems to go off the rails with your presence there. I just mentioned a bunch. Now, Rothwell, Becky, Nicola, 23, Rivers and missing people. It can't all be a coincidence. That's all for now, everyone. Check my upcoming episode. Please subscribe and like if you haven't already. The fight for Nicola's truth needs all of the support it can get in the algorithm. Alrighty, mind juice out.